as much XP as possible for this 4-minute mark. He's going to be about level 2, it looks like. Well, we'll have a bounty rune too, but before this Nightfall comes in.
He wish he was level 3 to get to 1 point in Crippling Fear against
so
Puck.
close. So close, but not going to quite be there. He actually is...
he's going to get the bounty rune on bottom as well, and then he's going to go. I hope he gets the silence against Puck.
It's that 3. And begins to head his way towards the mid lane. Yet to invest the point here. Maybe waiting to see if that setup is even possible or not. Now there's an opportunity. Still not at the point yet. This has to be like on the radar for DC. Okay, he goes in for it now. Quickly hits it, tries to go for the silence, but then that's when Bulba pops out from the dark, charges on in, and puts his focus fully onto CC&C, and he alone will be able to thwart off the pressure from that mid lane. As that happens though, Forev feels more confident, kind of diving in through this bottom lane, pressuring through Stan King and Yawar.
Snaking is having the time of his life on top lane, 26 CS.
Mid lane, they committed the coil onto CC&C. They snaps the coil, walking back under the tower, but there's going to be no kill for it.
They're going to use the shrine and come back. Same goes for DC's heroes.
Radiant's middle tower be under attack.
It's got to feel pretty good if you're Team Freedom there. I'd imagine when you're committing a coil like that, you're banking on getting the kill. They will also have to tag back and hit the shrine too. But a good opening opportunity for Forev to kind of be able to work through the lane here until Flea makes a new impact in the laning phase.
I love the build on Storm Spirit. He went 1 Electric Vortex, so he can pull them for the extra few hits, especially if Night Stalker rotates. But Night Stalker is on bottom.
Yes, he is. He's got an Ion Shell. Stan King already set up with a Thunder Strike. He could glimpse back if necessary, and there it is, pulling him away from the Dazzle, who is able to get the Grave off, but he's starting to run away from his friends, and then he will be quickly dealt with. Yawar is able to pick up that kill.
He should have TP'd immediately. He had 1 ready. After he graved him, there was nothing to stop the TP. Glimpse was already used. A lot of at stake this game, so I guess people make more mistakes than usual.
Absolutely.
Stupendous.
I think we've been seeing a lot of that trickling throughout the qualifier, but you can't really blame the players. I mean, when you think about it, I've already said it quite a few times, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I mean, this game alone secures you at least last place, obviously, at TI, which is $100,000 or whatever, with how ridiculous this prize pool is getting.
Yeah, but you're not going into TI to secure yourself a last place.
No, of course not, but like that's just already that first big jump in. You've made it, you're in. Your face is going to be on the compendium. People might be wearing your team's jerseys. It's crazy, you know? You just make a big leap of going from qualifier status into being potentially playing at the arena itself. Mid lane rotations now. Flea is back, and it's got 1 more minute of darkness to work with here, so we'll have to see if he's going to make any sort of opening happen. Even though they're still making kills work out here through the bottom lane, I'm sure he would like to make an impression onto that Puck if possible.
Yeah, he should rotate on bottom. There's not much kill potential anymore on mid.
Bulba's already charging into the bottom lane, looking to make a move onto Yawar. He
17%.
dishes out the Hawks, and yeah, he does get the 1 little cute bump there, but that will be the end of it. Flea also waiting nearby. It looks like this will be the remainder of his nighttime period. Another rotation also coming out, but looks like no kill opportunity there.
I like how Yawar doesn't TP back to the base. He TPs to tier 3 tower, just uses the shrine, comes back. At least some time is saved.
Pretty efficient.
And the knight is gone in what, 5 seconds.
Do you think that would be a successful night for your Night Stalker? They got that set up on the bottom lane, they got Yawar kill, but do you think you would like to see a bit more?
Yeah, being into only 1 kill is, I don't know, it can go better, I guess. But they're still satisfied. They didn't feed any kills. He's level 4.5, 8 minutes in. It's a good thing. He has boots, wand, fused raindrop. He will upgrade it to earn. It's all good.
Bottom lane, pressure coming in onto Forev, who's ducking out behind this tower, now trying to timber chain backing away towards the side of Dubu. Looks like he'll be good. Starting to tank up a bit so he can feel more comfortable making those kind of moves. And before that, we saw an attempt made onto Snaking here. Abed was almost able to catch him off at that bounty rune and take him down, but good game sense there from Snaking. And a good ward also, I imagine, that was able to kind of catch out that interaction. We have CCNC Storm Spirit about level 7.5, so kill participation by him is probably going to be coming here in the near future. He has that TP ready to go, just in case something is to break out. He may be able to rotate over, and it looks like something may break out here, Lacoste. We have a smoke coming in from DC towards the bottom lane. Stan King has spotted it out, and it looks like he'll be the one to tank the gank. He has sent Bulba all the way back, but Abed will be able to jump on forward and get the finish.
Abed is 2 levels above Storm Spirit, now 1.5. There's another charge coming.
Mid lane, it's onto CC and C here. Abed's there. He actually has the coil. He's
he's baiting him.
He's baiting him real good. Drop the coil now. Oh, the bump's going to connect. Can he get close enough? Does he want to commit anything else? No.
He doesn't want to use the coil. He can just zip out. He will still get stunned.
That's true. That's true. And he's hoping to get close enough for a rift. Even then, it's hard to say.
Well, at least Forev is doing good on the bottom lane. Even though he's 2-0, they need to have Disruptor level 6 to actually kill him right now, or have Night Stalker during the night.
Dubu will be able to snag up that haste rune right in the face of Flea and be able to head back bottom to the side of Forev. He's been totally delegated to this bottom lane by the side of Forev. I don't think we've seen Dubu really do too much else. Where we saw more success, you know, in the last series where we saw him be a bit more proactive and moving around. Do you just think that is not necessary this game? That his position should be here where it is in the bottom lane?
Yeah, Nyx is not threatened at top until Disruptor is level 6 or it's nighttime, so the silence lasts longer on Night Stalker. He's just there, saving 1 point if it's needed for Poison Touch. He should not get it anymore. Yeah, that's why he got the Shallow Grave.
Charge in from Bulba. Quick send back from Stan King, but Forev is already committed into the action. Snake King will be able to surge himself out and around, avoid the trouble. Stan King, that defensive support, continues to hide within those trees and be there the moment in need.
The problem for Team Freedom right now is that they have 2 heroes jungling, which is natural, especially if you're pressured in the lane. You have Troll and Storm Spirit, who usually go to jungle.
They are leaving the supports to kind of farm the lanes, but these supports are obviously got to be super careful because the opponents they're laning against are very, very strong right now. Looks like CCNC has put himself back in the lane though, up here at the top. Still 0-0 and 0, but that is about to change. It looks like bottom lane. Forev has made his move in, and they counter it already with a Static Storm. And once CCNC shows up, they make quick work of the Timber Saw.
Oh, they have a pool with a storm.
Yep. And Dubu tried to TP away, but whether he was banking on the pull or not for CCNC, he has it leveled up and ready to go.
Yeah, this is the rotation I was talking about. They just need to make a move on the bottom lane once the Static Storm is up. Also nice TP from CCNC. Meanwhile, on top lane, what is going on? It's a free lane. Mason having time of his life, pretty much. Midas almost has Armlet. The problem is that the supports on DC's side, you have Spirit Breaker, who is level 4, has a Tome ready, so almost level 5. Dazzle with Brown Boots, level 4. These 2 heroes don't synergize well together and don't scale well. I mean, it's still a Spirit Breaker. With a Spirit Breaker, you want to dominate that early 10 minutes of the game, and that did not happen.
Now another move under Forev. They just took him down. Can they do it a second time? He tries to Timber Chain back and away, but the power is just too strong from Freedom. This 3-man gank squad is just going full force, and this nighttime is just proven to be very bloody.
There it is, first vehicle attempt.
It's the Bulba Bomb coming in, charging on forward, looking to go for Yawar, and it's going to be successful. They cancel out his TP, they pop out Mason. They're still trying to get a hold of him. Mason is able to charge on forward and get the finish there. CCNC trying to dance around with Bulba a bit, but now has to walk on back. Mason's making chase. Oh my god, can they finish him? Oh, it looks like they will be able to make it away. But look at this. Abed's made his move from behind. Gets a good catch onto Flea with the coil and should be able to get the finish. Bulba also in a bit of trouble, but look at that. The Grave is able to come out. Stan King wants to fight it forward and will be able to get off the Thunderstrike that will ultimately get the takedown of Bulba. But Bulba died second. He gets some XP for it. I guess the good thing going for Freedom is that Snake King was farming through the top lane and pushing the tier 1.
Well, this is exactly what DC needed to make a move with Nyx, who is super farmed. And right now Spirit Breaker got his level 6, so Storm should be more careful. The next move Team Freedom should try to make is once Darkseer gets his mech up. Okay, it's already up. Good timing. They should pressure the top tower. It's pretty low.
Looks like they are doing exactly that. Flea takes to the skies up over the trees, moves right in, hits the silence, and Rev going to be going down for a 5th time on his Timber Saw. For a snowbally kind of a hero, he is just not, can't get the snow. It is tough. Everywhere he goes, they just instantly strike.
Yeah, but this puck is also super farmed. Nyx, Armlet almost finished. I don't think anyone can survive the bomb from Veil, Puck, and Nyx in it.
Look at this move, though. As they try to charge in onto Yawar, there is an approach coming in from behind from the Freedom front. And look at this, a move right onto a bed. A vacuum pullback, but it's just off the mark. They still will be able to get the finish onto a bed. The follow-up kill's there, and they're still successful, taking down the 3.
Whoa.
That was close to being a potential disaster. The synergy was there, and they still make it work.
Wow. He pulled them out of the Disruptor ulti. Also, they planted the 2 wards. Probably one from Dazzle, one from Spirit Breaker, so they can have a clear vision. If Stanking heard that, these 2 wards will get rewarded with a lot of XP and gold, plus they're
He's got sentries queued up, he just didn't have the money to buy any. Yeah, so I think he does know that, and he'll get some free gold his way.
really send back DC a lot, because they will not be able to place any orbs for the next couple of minutes, and this is when they should be active.
Yeah, because it's going to be daytime too. That's a bad timing window for DC, and look at this. Team Freedom trying to scrape together one possible last pickoff with the remaining moments of this nighttime, but it looks like Mason has the sense and is pulled totally out of this top lane, and then will join the side of Bulba and probably farming through the jungle, avoiding a bit of the trouble. Or maybe making a bomb play. There we go. Smoke, get in the backpack of a bed, and let's see what we can set up.
Oh, this center ward on mid doesn't reach the other ward, so it's good for DC.
Uh-oh. Blink right in. There goes the Veil, there goes the bomb. Yawar tries to man up with the ult, but like you were talking about, there's really no chance of survival when you kind of got that Veil and all that power.
He might consider going for a Manta style this game instead, just to remove the silence, remove the open wounds from Nightstalk, from Lightstealer.
Ooh, move in. Stand King tries to slow them down by dropping the Static Storm, but they get the vacuum pullback coming out from Snake King. Oh man, Freedom. Punch DC right in the face.
Whoa, I'm getting chills from all these combos Team Freedom is pulling off.
Dang, Snake King just faintly misses the mark on the first one, but gets a huge connection there. And Mason
has no mana.
Running out and trying to make it away from that battle, has been spotted and being chased down from Flea with the Ion Shell. And as you mentioned, mana not there for Mason, so he has really nowhere to run. Maybe turn
in the balls.
Go to the golem or something. Can't find anywhere.
Ooh. What a play there. Was that 5-man vacuum or 4-man?
I think it was 4-man. That was crazy though. They TP'd down there fast. It might have been just a bit too much to make that commitment onto Snake King.
They made a mistake at the start, so they don't make any in the future. I love their tactics.
So what, has Freedom made a mistake yet, or they have yet to make one?
No, they made it. They used the vacuum.
Oh, I see what you mean.
To pull them out of the combo.
That was the warm-up back.
Yeah, that was
warm-up.
Trying it out, how things work. There's a full Bloodstone ready on the Storm Spirit. So once they take a fight, probably when the next wall is up and the next Static Storm, it's well, they're ready. They can actually smoke and try to make a play, just they need to push the lanes, and they have a good Roche lineup with Troll and Vladimir's offering.
Should they wait till nighttime at least? Or go sooner than that?
Darkness is not ready yet, so maybe they should.
Okay, CC&C. Committing in hard, looking to go for Forev, but can't get it done quite fast enough, and Maya have already spotted out some rotations coming his way. Bulba's already charging in, and I don't know, actually CC&C doesn't seem to know what's going on, but now as Forev shows himself, he makes a harder dive back. And you can see the Freedom TPs begin to come in. CC. No overcommitments this time.
Yeah, this is why I don't like the Timbersaw pick. You have a hero who did nothing in the lane except feeding, pretty much. You can see by the score, if someone has 0x0, that hero is doing nothing.
Yeah, you're kind of just hoping that he gets that magic item now or something, or gets to that certain level that just turns on Timbersaw and makes him a hero in the game, but you know that potential's not quite there, and he's going more versatility pickup as he tries to finish out, you know, the pipe, which, you know, it will help. Some of the magical burst fire coming out from CC&C, and of course the static storm, Stand King and stuff, but yeah, that's not the vicious core Timbersaw that we come to know.
I'm also surprised the Night Stalker didn't finish the urn from his raindrop. It's so good against the Dazzle and the Grave. You just, once he uses a Grave, you just use it and he pretty much dies if he doesn't have any sticks or heal coming up.
What has he been opting for instead here? He's just going straight Midas. And already got the drums? Yeah, drums.
Yeah, he got drums. Wants to go for Midas. Good item here would be a Solar Crest to survive the Nikes and the Puck combo. That's one of the options, but he tanked up with drums.
And maybe they just got so many good kills early and he had like all this money and it's like, oh, I can get a drums right now and have drums early and be ready for fights.
Snaking sitting on a pipe and mech 1k gold away from Guardian Greaves. Jesus Christ.
He's stacked out of his mind. Pretty much had all that top lane to work with and then made two big team fight participations. Oh, they spotted Bulba. That will be an easy kill. That'll be an easy Bloodstone charge for CC&C. Dubu nearby is like, I will not have any part of this. Quickly TP's out. And Mason, who is nearby in the jungle, might have to make an exit here because Freedom are sweeping through. Stand King's already dropping down wards. They've taken high ground positioning here as they make a long approach all the way over into the mid lane where Snake King is currently standing. And they make a hard shot for Mason. Mason, though, is hit with the Grave. Tries to go for a TP, but the glimpse is going to be there. Now Mason, furious about it, tries to take down Stand King. He is able to take down Stand King, man. Mason hits hard. Hides in the catapult, but the catapult gets taken down from the tower. And he's still alive and well. Forev's able to jump back by his side, and Freedom are stuck on the back end side, trying to fight under their own wall. Mason, alive.
They should time their spells correctly. Night Stalker could fly over, and because he has a good vision, and he needs to silence the Dazzle. They already committed the Disruptor ulti on Nike, so there's no need. A little bit of misplay there, which costed them just to waste a lot of times and spells. But also good armor toggle by Lifestealer.
Man, he got so angry at Stand King that he even tried to make that fight happen. He just turned around and beat him down in 3 punches.
Yeah. He went for Echo Saber build. That's not usually what you see on Nikes, especially when you don't have a hero like Magnus or let's say Invoker. So you put Alacrity on him, so you have that double hit with a cleave.
Yeah.
Maybe just more burst damage. Deso into AC, I guess. A Basher if they want to lock down for a storm.
They found Flea. Flea was moving in, trying to get a hold of that Invis rune. Snake King shows up. They're all spread in. He wants to chop at him a bit with his Ion Shell, but they're moving in hard. He helps out with the pipe. Now the move's there from CC&C. Coming in from behind, and with the vacuum, they quickly take out Bulba. Oh, Static Storm going to be dropped, but it doesn't find anyone to lock inside. Forev now wants to get into the fight. Moving in, trying to slash apart Snake King here. They need a bit more, and they will get it. Abed from the back end side moves in and pops out all of the damage to be able to clean things up.
Lifestealer, it's so tanky. 2k HP. He would have went for damage on the talent tree. It feels like he's tanky enough.
Boy, oh boy.
This troll needs to get back into the game somehow. He's sitting on 9k net worth, but still I don't feel like he's doing that much.
He's had a couple of times, but outside of farming, you know, I don't think he was there to participate in the kills. He's there to participate globally with his ult, but yeah, it really hasn't been on the positive end of a lot of the action for Freedom for what has been going positively for them. CC&C, looks like they're pinging right on Forev's positioning here. Flea's trying to rush his way that direction, but CC&C has found a juicier target in Dubu. Moves right in, pulls him back, and Flea will tag him up with a silence just to be safe.
with Yule Scepter finished on Puck, he can remove the silence from Night Stalker, he can survive longer in the Static Storm. Puck is so hard to kill right now. Okay, no, good that Night Stalker switched to that build I was talking about.
Yeah.
Just go get that Solar Crest against the bomb.
Yeah, that's a good call. And no surprise, Stan King, that hard position 5, position 6 almost.
Jesus Christ, this Nyx is also so
the wards and stuff. Yeah, he's almost got he's got like Deso done nearly. It's just
yeah, it is
Deso. Woo. And Mason is huge. I don't know how much kiting power Freedom have. Of course, CCNC has a lot, but for the others, they have to kind of be in the midst of the action and in the scary path of this Mason Lifestealer. And all of that could be set up, of course, by Abed. Plus, you have Forev, though Forev personally has been able to make a huge mark in the game. He can still cause chaos in fights, and Team Freedom could have to just deal with them and allow Mason to really just do his own thing.
Team Freedom doesn't want to take a fight before the Orchid is finished, especially for that Nyx, and they have a lot of silences. One for the... they need to control the Dazzle in a fight. One of the silences either from Night Stalker or an Orchid, or just pull him so he can't get the Grave up, and he's such an easy target.
Here we go. Bed bomb.
Everyone has their items up, so both teams, they want to fight now. Guardian Greaves, Orchid. On the Team Freedom side, there's Deso, and you have... what else was finished?
For Freedom side?
Yeah, you have a Diffusal and Troll.
Yeah. Here's Freedom. They've smoked. They're heading right across their ancient camp. DC are up and over on the opposite side, thinking about their move inside the Roche pit, that they're not there. Freedom are going all the way up and wrap.
Middle tower has fallen.
DC now show themselves in the lane.
Did both teams just use a scan?
Radiant scan. Oh, they've spotted out.
Now they can
Dazzle.
take a fight.
Yeah, they want to run in. Now there's no shallow Dazzle to worry about. They're wanting to see what they can get a hold of here, and they spotted out Forev and Mason and Bulba all cut into the Static Storm, but they're able to man-fight it forward and take out CCNC super fast. Mason trying to survive. He hides within the infest, pops it back out, and is now able to shred apart Freedom. Snake King, wounded and weak, trying to run back and away. CCNC could be back in about 4 seconds' time, but this fight seems to be already over and in the favor of Digital Chaos.
Wow, if only Storm didn't die there. He's the only one that should not be focused in a fight because he doesn't have a defensive item still. And the only thing they have to lock him down was that Puck silence, and the Nyx just right-clicked him. Few clicks. That's pretty much it.
He died so fast. And now with that, DC are going to be rewarded with their own +1 objective, moving in for the Roche pit. And with the help of that medallion, how hard Mason hits, shouldn't take that long at all. And Freedom, though they may be kind of in the neighborhood, they are not going to look to go for any sort of player defense.
That was a fight 4 versus 5, and they still managed to lose it. Storm needs a defensive item. He doesn't want to commit to Yule Scepter. Might not be bad against Nyx and Spirit Breaker, plus to remove the silence from Puck. But what he's thinking, maybe even a BKB, not a bad idea. Plate Mail will give him some physical damage resistance against the bomb from Nyx and Puck. But still, they don't have a save hero on Team Freedom side.
Yeah, once someone gets kind of focused, there's not much to be able to bail them out. Comes Freedom, though, crawling their way through the bottom lane. They find an opportunity to make a quick jump play and take out the Dazzle. Free charge going to be earned for CCNC, but Bulba sets up an opportunity for a counterplay, charging into action. Now CNC is going to be left with very little to no mana to work with. They pop the pipe, Snake King, Fleeing Company, all try to go for a run, but Abed's on the chase. They're going to be forcing out a Static Storm to try to zone them and keep them off. And it looks like it might be just enough to allow Freedom to escape, but these ults committed defensively to make it out is certainly not the best feeling for Freedom. That was all just for a Dazzle pickoff on the bottom.
Yeah, once again, I don't know if Dubu is doing that purposely, or they can still take a fight. They commit, waste a lot of mana, especially on Storm, and he's a low level, so he gets back into the game pretty much in 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and they still have a tier 1 tower on bottom, so maybe that's what they wanted to do. So he can just TP on the bottom and they reset the fight with him. Or you can say that he just fed a kill, that's it.
A lot of people were saying like Pi and how he feeds and stuff like that is very similar to that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the like a good side of it.
Yeah, then there is like some of these supports, if they're just so underfarmed and so malnourished, they'll come back into the game so fast that it might end up working the better by baiting out an early feed like that one. Here comes Digital Chaos sieging into the high ground push of this grand final, trying to take it into the Freedom, but Freedom already tag up their first shrine. A hit onto Mason. They glimpse him back inside, and now he wants to man fight a bit. There's going to be the coil committed plus the troll ulti. They're trying to hide within the coil, but then frantically move about, and finally they put their focus all onto Yawar. They're going to be able to bring him down. He does have a buyback, but otherwise he's going to be out for 50 seconds. CCNC dances in and out a bit, but already low on the mana. Mason's going to be happy to move right back in. Go to work onto this tier 3. He still even holds his Aegis. Now they put their focus onto CCNC. They hit him with the silence, and he's going to be forced to deny. But he has no buyback, so he's out for 30. Yawar's back in action right now, but it's just looking disastrous for Freedom. This was looking all DDC all day, moving in, forcing Flea back inside their fountain. It looks like they found an opportunity to make a move onto Bulba and take him out of the fight, but Mason is still working with the objective at hand. 2 more attacks should be able to take out the Rax. The first one, Forev will pay the price for it. He gets off the deny at the end too. Very nice.
This is the best way to, let's call it slow siege, especially when your Nyx is that farm. Aegis, especially like with Echo Saber, so you just go right click a few times, use Rage once it's lasts, I don't know, 6 seconds. When it's on 3 seconds left, you just go back, repeat it. So Team Freedom needs to take a fight there, or you're just gonna lose a Rax.
Now Freedom back, able to get themselves back out from the base once again. For CCNC now down to 8 charges and a cooldown Bloodstone. But it is nighttime. They can go for one last little bit of action as he jumps up in the mid lane. Abed is able to get off the shift. Can they finish him off? No, the Grave comes off. They can't get to the Dazzle and silence him. All focused onto that puck. And now comes out another counterfight opportunity going for DC. They send Abed back and away. They get the coil onto Snake King. He goes for the TP and he will be able to make it out, but the focus down the mid lane is going to be on Stan King, and he will not be as fortunate. He goes down. Abed picks up that one, securing a killing spree for himself, and now possibly the tier 2 tower.
Storm just wants to skip the creeps so they don't have anything for the push, clear the wave. Already a charge committed.
TP jump. Okay, he's gone.
Still Aegis on Lifestealer.
Yep, jump in. There's that Lifestealer. Hard shots onto Yawar. He gets silenced, but he's able to go back and tag the Shrine. Now he wants to go back in and fight it out, but they are not quite getting their targets. They're waiting. They drop the vacuum and the wall, but DC make it back outside. Oh, that is a hard spell to commit now for your defense. DC just straight up walk back and away, satisfied with their winnings. And because they took down that tier 3, this means that they can now get more money secured by finishing the Shrines.
There is not a single kiting item on the side of Team Freedom yet. You need to have one against Nyx. I see Darkseer has one queued up for staff, but he doesn't want to buy it. He wants to save the buyback if they focus him.
A prize.
But they needed it, this fight and the previous one, just to remove the focus from the Storm, force him out of the fight.
Oh, mid lane, they have that coil set up onto Snake King. He does get the help with the glimpse send back, and Bulba wants to charge in. It looks like Snake King's gonna be fine. Shrugs off the gank, thanks to his team, and makes it back mid. I mean, you do make a good point. A lot of these mobility items would be very useful to try to kite away Mason, but we got to give credit to Abed. He's been laying down some sick coils and allowing Mason to be right inside the fight. Difficult for Freedom to even step away, but it is going to be something to deal with here. Mason now has a double damage rune as he ascends into the mid lane. Oh my god, look at the damage on this tower.
Yeah, that's AC Deso.
Jump in from CCNC. This is a straight up jump. He's not looking to TP back to the fountain and puts all of his focus onto Mason. Mason is going to get hit with the grave. They have the static storm, the pullback vacuum, the kinetic field, all to hold him inside. But can they even get down that Aegis? No! They turn back onto CCNC and they will be able to finish him off. He's forced to buy back as this is the final hurrah for freedom for game number 1. DC could back out now, make the safe play, and really have a leverage in this game, but it seems like that might be the play. Freedom are in desperation mode at this point. After repositioning, it looks like they're not going to be able to get anything from this, and they straight up throw in the towel. Game number 1 of this grand final is going to belong to Digital Chaos.
Wow. They had so much lead that they blew it all the way. They try to focus